Refused to reveal how they came into possession of CO4. Believed to be a parasite or chemical agent. Okay. Organisms that come into contact slowly decay and turn into new instances of CO4 with additional mutations. So we've got a bit of SCP going on here by the look of it. Containment and elimination is now the highest priority. A mean fish in CO4. After 5 minutes of exposure. 10 minutes. 15. Yeah, that didn't go well for anyone. So CO4 would be this red goop that's covered everything. Now we've got a bit of music. We like this. What are you lot doing? They're pretty horrible. But you go down to rapid axe strikes, so that's good. My blog. It's a researcher called Rob. The internet's gone down, and now he's just making this blog. Operating the bioprinters that print animals for cloning. Conditions here better than the Stargate project. So the Stargate project was also something that people were working on before the apocalypse, I guess. You get to play with newly cloned kittens and puppies. That's pretty cool. But then a bunch of military trucks drove in and left us with CO4. It was wreaking havoc in the big cities and we were told to find a way to kill it. So the CO4 was the cause of all this chaos then. And it was also the day the internet died. Now, what do you lot want? Ah! Nice one, Simmer. Saved me a job. Only undead creatures like us can fight these things without getting infected. There we go, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, chin up. Almost at the surface research facility where the Stargate is located. Good. All we need to do is get the Stargate activated. Yeah. That sounds fun. Off we go, Simmer. We'll have great fun ahead. Now, this lot, I guess, are the expert military skeletons that are going to defeat the C4 for us. Glowing with an eerie dark blue light. Okay, how much power did Simmer need to use up to power those guys up? Elevator fight sequence? Or just an elevator? Just an elevator, very well. We're at the surface. Cool. A broken display. The new world awaits, with a warm, welcoming sun. Open the gates to humanity's future. It's a cute little robot. A lot of visitors today. Last group of visitors showed up in their bones. Are we here for a tour? A long time ago the sun left. That's not great. So yeah. So we had to build underground facilities to survive, I guess. And then some people went off to find a new planet. Very well. And then the Stargate is going to get us to the new planet. Okay. Makes sense. Unless, of course, at the other end they've not managed to build a Stargate, in which case completing ours would be for nothing. That guy's just a janitor. We can't bash him up with our axe. Which I'm okay with. He seems cool. Astronomical research logs. So yeah, the sun buggered off. And if it keeps going, yeah, all the planets will just be thrown out of alignment and they'll go all over the place, I guess. A strong radio transmission was detected from the sun. Hello, people of Earth. In the last billion years I've watched you evolve and grow. So is the sun a creature? It's decided to leave and seek new experiences. So yeah, a self-aware sun. Now it's going off on its own journey and thus destroying the entire solar system it had. Okay, it understands that we're all going to die, but it's still doing its thing. Seems rather selfish. It's not you, it's me. The sun's a dick. And now another photo. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got Simmer, we've got Grill. Is that Tyler maybe, the big lad? And then Emma hanging on to him. And who's that on the right? Maybe Kamal? All human or humanoid friends together before the apocalypse? Now. It's the Stargate. Looks like a big black butthole. Is there anyone left though, Simmer? You built Stargate to bring the rest of the humans across. Are you quite sure about this? I mean, stuffing our faces and playing video games does sound fun. And yeah, they've also got us now. So things are going to be better than ever. Unless, of course, the Stargate doesn't activate. What's the plan now, Simmer? I mean, yeah, if everything else works down here, you'd think this would work, but has the one on the other end actually been built? Oh, why has it been cut? Was it Grill? It doesn't feel like a sort of thing she'd do. Another Stargate. It's down at the lowest levels of the dungeon. I guess we'll have to make our way down there then. Yeah, Uncle Z made it up as well. So I guess we press on. Stargate Alpha test. We got visual contact with the team through the Stargate for 5 seconds. So I guess that proves then that the other planet does exist and that they did build a Stargate. If that's to operate for longer than 5 seconds, it would cause a tear in space. So that's a bit tricky. So I guess we're going back down then, and probably a long way. And we're back in the fields. Looks as though... Budge C4? Grill's been trying to burn it all away? Grill's vomit? Why would I want Grill's vomit? Are you alright, Grill? You don't look alright. Yeah, this hasn't gone well. Stargate is activated. Everything will be destroyed. Sim will disappear. We don't want that. And there we go, that's chapter 1 finished, I guess. Not looking good for Grill. And we find ourselves in the cultivation centre, so now what's the plan? It's a big vine. And Grill again. Yeah. Yeah, the boss doesn't look good. Needs to be freed from this form. Or a soul will disintegrate. That wouldn't be ideal. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to help. Yeah, CO4 has infected everything. Simma's soldiers only follow her orders. But we're different. We're better. Yeah, you make a good argument, Big Vine. We did eat your dragon fruit. We can pummel things. Don't listen to that, everyone. Helmets aren't just symbolic, they're actually quite useful. Now, let's gather up some more of this puke for reasons that probably aren't that clear. Unlocked Professor Shroom's weapons. Interesting. Professor Shroom's trusty store. So, we're getting more weapons, perhaps. In exchange for this dark red stuff. Okay, I think we've got some of that red stuff, so maybe we're okay. Oh yeah, we've got 2 different things. So, scythe for interns. I guess we haven't actually made it yet, but now we have. But then what have we got from Shoom? Grill's Dragonfire Sword. Made from Grill's vomit. Okay. And then, yeah, the more rancid flesh we gather, the more other tools we can buy. So, we could definitely make the pump action axe. Fires the occasional shot as you wave it. That sounds fun. We like axes. I guess we can just afford all of them because we don't seem to be using up our resources. As long as we've just gathered them, we're okay. And then an explosion staff that looks suspiciously like a rocket launcher. So I guess we'll go with the axe for now. And then I still want a shield. Huh. We've got achieved for crafting all of Chapter 1's weapons. Don't appear to have any additional tabs here, but there's a few recipes that we haven't made yet. It looks as though we could be getting that one if we'd got a Queen Bee Lava from any of those dudes. And then there's a couple that we might have just missed recipes somewhere. In the durian section and the crab section, maybe? Maybe I will have to go back and do a bit of backtracking at some point to see if I can find those. Now, what's happening here? It's dangerous to go alone. We should take the zombie. Yeah. Wipe out everything except for you two. We can do that. So it's an escort quest. Well, it's going well. What are you? Well, you're dead, so whatever you wear, it's not important. So we can't go necessarily too far ahead. I mean, we can't because the screen won't let us go too far ahead. But we also need to keep an eye on our friends back there to make sure they're not getting hurt. Don't know what we've just picked up there. I guess we'll worry about that later. Picks up another one though. Was that a healing thing for the truck? Maybe. Wasn't really necessary because a lot of spikes up ahead. Okay. Ah, the truck took a hit. Dang it. Right, now it's getting a bit intense, especially with Lulu just wandering in front of the screen. Okay. Probably didn't need to take out those upper spikes, but... Oh yeah, we can drop off onto platforms, can't we? And we might need to stop the truck from taking extra damage. Yeah. Get wrecked everything. A lot more monsters coming up ahead. Ah, Grill might be able to help with her dragon powers. Just hit me. Okay. It's going alright. Things are dying. This green fireball is definitely doing a lot of work for us. Now what? We're out of gas. Fire magic though. The truck's about to break the sound barrier. But yeah, we should be travelling at no more than 60. I think you still need rules even after the collapse of civilization, otherwise how are you going to rebuild civilization? But we'll let Grell off this time, I think. Oh, that's quick. Cool. It works. Until we hit another truck, I suppose. And now Big Vine's truck is busted. Oh. Oh, it's Professor Shroom. Hello. And now Grill's all about the rules. Yeah, that's fair. You might be a mushroom, but you're still part of society. Big Vine is unimpressed. And yeah, C4 is still a problem. It's a cluster. Sea organisms eventually multiply and merge into bigger, more dangerous creatures. Find the core and destroy it. I'll do my best. We're all healed up. Big Vine's truck is destroyed. Very philosophical grill. And the hazard actually appears, the fear vanishes. I don't know. Yeah, that's fair enough. Big Vine has learned things, maybe. In order to overcome your fears, just make them a reality. That doesn't make any sense either. Liger Balm. Sounds helpful. Oh well. On we go. Hello, Professor Shroom. We are the infamous zombie psycho. Ancient human archaeology. Very well. Yeah. You could die. But you won't have any regrets, that's promising. And you're selling all sorts of stuff. So why do you want the red flesh? Academic purposes, but nothing new to cook just yet. We've got a new shrine. So the inner core. We are in the walls of meat now. Banana? You don't look like our friend Banana. So this is CO4 talking to us then, not Banana. Or maybe, yeah, Banana released it from its glass prisons. I'm confused. Please take my lowly soul. Guide me to salvation. Putrid. Okay, that's the worst. It's a cluster. It wants to be cut. We can do that. We appear to be getting bodied though. Kind of a mess there. I couldn't really see what was happening. But whatever it was, it killed us. Maybe I should have been paying more attention instead of just wildly swinging my axe. But then how am I going to deal any damage if I'm not wildly swinging my axe? So this might be a different phase. Is this like a phase I'm just supposed to survive rather than worry about too much about attack? Right. It's down. Now it's back. Doing something. Yep. So I guess I want to be on those platforms. And then, yep, they've gone. Cool. We're about to die, I think. Yeah, dang it. We got real close that time, I think. Damage does really ramp up at the end of these phases. This one's not going well. Oh, we got our health back though. That's the main thing. Now we're into what, the platform phase? And then we died because we couldn't stay on the platforms. If I'd got to the left side of him, then I might have been able to stay on. Okay, so that's phase 1 then. Now this phase is like one of the more bullet hell bits, so... switching back and forth between the sides seems to be a good move here. Yep. Platforms went a bit silly there, which means that, yeah, we're about to die. Can't seem to get on top of them for some reason there. I don't know why. It just seems like... yeah, for some reason we weren't able to jump very high. Were the hands pulling us down? Was that the problem? Right, we're on a platform. But I want to be on this side. Right, we're on. Okay. Cool, we survived that. Do we know what to do next? I mean, it looks like its health bar's pretty much gone. Should I just be trying to dodge here, or should I be still trying to swing? I don't know what to do in that last phase. It's really quite annoying because it takes you like... it's the classic problem with multi-stage boss fights where it's like you get to the last phase and it's like, I've not seen this phase before, and then you die. And then it takes you a couple of minutes to get back to it because you've got to go through all the previous phases that you know roughly how to deal with. But it really wasn't clear if I was still supposed to be doing damage to it at that point, or if I was supposed to be just survive. Okay, it's not platforms just yet. Now it probably is though, because its hands are going into the ground. The next bit. Is this straight into the bullet hell phase already? Or... yeah. And then again we just die. It's like... I don't understand. It's like its health bar seems to be going down and then it just sort of gets to the end. It's like, should I just be surviving or what? I mean, it's hard to survive though, so I want to keep doing damage because if it's just a case of surviving, I don't know, basically. This attempt appears to not be going well based on our health bar. It seems to throw out a lot more ads than usual in that first phase. But yeah, they're not the most readable bosses. But now its health bar appears to be done. There was a white bar underneath though. Is that just... is it a case of whittle its health bar down and then once it's gone, survive until the white health bar runs out? Maybe that's the plan. Whittle its health bar down and then focus on survival. No, it's not the time, Lulu, to be an awful cat. Cool. Right, now what? We've got no health, so... doesn't bode well. And yeah, we just died again. Now, do we have any extra survivability options here that would be worthwhile? Recover 3 HP isn't great, but it's the best we've got, really. I do want to keep the melee attack speed stuff on. Royal Milkshake actually sounds really good, but... is it better than berries? Occasionally drop healing guavas when attacked. Could be useful. Maybe we drop melee attack speed. Because we're kind of getting a lot of that anyway from the robust watermelon stew. And maybe we instead add healing guavas. Now, have we got a dummy around here that we can test on? So our attack speed does still increase. And it gradually gets up to a similar sort of speed. So that's good. There's also the possibility that we change shield. Gain 40 shield points when raised. Let's try it. Let's try the Gorgon shield. Shields gradually regenerate over time, so if I drop it and then bring it back, it might have only regained part of its power. I think I understand that a bit better now. Right, so... yeah, shield power does just generally regenerate, so that's cool. Even when it's held up, it will regenerate. Now that one drops, and then there we go. I'm not sure if the healing guavas have been dropping. There is one on the floor down there though, so that's cool. Right, yeah, I think the boss is pretty much done at this point. It's just a case of surviving. Yeah, we go. Maybe the new shield helped, maybe the guavas helped. Either way, that was a really annoying boss fight. And Rotting Banana is not looking in great shape. Victory is apparently ours. We've cut open the core. So we could go back the way we came now, but pressing on would make more sense, I feel. He's fixed his truck. The professor's balm managed to refresh the truck. Powerful wave of magic leaving the area. What did happen? Should have attached the dash cam to our heads. Yeah, that would have worked. But yeah, let's get a move on. Grill is not well. Now we find ourselves in the Basin Sanctuary. A recording from the past. Who's this chap? Yep, it's definitely working. Ah, it's Rob again. Everyone he knows is dead. There's a noose in the background. Alright then. So he's just cremated his entire family. Needs to keep himself busy. Yeah, it's possible archaeologists would find it. So yeah, CO4 killed everyone. No way to save anybody. Parasite cocktail though. It's this zombie fungus. Secretes an enzyme that turns human cells into its own spores. There's tar that turns cells into mechanical life forms and spirits. Yeah, all sorts of weird shit. Take the parasites, throw in a blender. And then they all explode. That sounds like science to me. And then we're off to the district office to dig up more government secrets. Are we going to follow? I feel like it. Oh yeah, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Very important that these things take place. Shall we chat to our shroom friend before we end? I think we shall. So yeah, this concoction is working. That's good to know. We may not have to worry about CO4 for a bit. That would be nice, because that boss was a pain in the arse. Yeah, and there's still no real answers to the questions of my existence aside from necromancy. But why I'm so much stronger than any of Sim's previous works is a bit of a mystery. It's our pup friend. And we put Grill on the grill. So this body was made from magic. The soul is tied to the substrate. When it gets damaged, she's in trouble. It's disintegrating. So, yep, she's got to do her thing. I think the jiggling's part of the process. Okay. She's not looking good. Big Vine's not happy about it. Oh, there we go. Vital questions, Grill. Especially the last one. Hey, Clifford's happy. And now she's remembering. Excellent. And yeah, Big Vine is still mentally traumatized. So she still thinks that Simmer's in the wrong. I mean, it'd be nice to know where the Stargate's taking us, but if it's our only option, then it's our only option, isn't it? So yeah, it might destroy the underground facility, but if we could all rush through in a 5-second time period, then that would be fine. And yeah, there is still life on the planet, even if the entire surface is destroyed. But she could be right that activating the Stargate's a gamble. Hard to say. Still not happy with each other. But she still cares about Simmer, so she doesn't want to overexert her soul. And don't take any of Grill's stuff. No guarantees, Grill. Ooh. Tasty bug on a stick. Dragonfire roasting technique. Yeah, you could have moved out of the way, Big Vine. And that doesn't look as though it's worked well for the bug. It's not a happy bug. Clifford will eat it. Clifford will eat anything. So, do we have another save point up ahead? We've got another recipe book. Advanced Recipes, the vegetable chapter. Well, that sounds fun. Let's have a look. And yeah, we need to gather up the rest of the pages. So I'm thinking I have missed a couple of recipes. And there's that one I still need some items for. But we do have some recipes from Grill's book. I think what we're going to do is look at those next time. And until then, thanks for watching, friends.